It started like any other calm morning in Cedar Ridge Estates, our quiet, manicured neighborhood where even the lawns seemed to compete. The air smelled of pine, and the hum of sprinklers blended with the soft echo of the lake behind my house. From my porch, life felt peaceful, predictable, and honest. I lived there for 5 years, a simple, steady rhythm. Work during the day, coffee on the porch in the evening, the occasional chat with my retired neighbor Bob. My garage was my space, a small workshop, a few tools, and an outlet I used for everything from power tools to holiday lights. It wasn't much, but it was mine. Then came Karen Sinclair, new neighbor, freshly elected HOA vice president, and self-proclaimed community modernizer. She drove a spotless white Tesla, spoke in slogans about eco-forward living, and had a smile that never reached her eyes. At first, her nightly walks seemed harmless. But soon I noticed something odd, her Tesla parked by my curb, a cable running discreetly across my driveway. The hum from my garage wasn't silence anymore. It was her car, quietly sipping from my power bill. The first time, I'll brush it off. Maybe her home charger was broken. Maybe it was an emergency. But when it became a pattern 3-4 nights a week, my patience began to short-circuit. Every morning, I'd wake up to see my extension cord neatly coiled back, my outlet warm, and my electricity bill a little higher. I confronted her once casually as she unplugged her car. "Hey, that's my power, right?" She looked up, all innocence and condescension. "Oh, I assumed it was part of the community utility," she said, laughing like it was a cute misunderstanding. I didn't laugh. "It's not," I told her. "Please don't plug in again." But of course she did. And worse, she bragged about it at the HOA barbecue. "We should all share resources," she told the group, flashing that same politician smile. Some people just don't understand community spirit. That night, my camera caught her at 2:13 a.m., crouched by my garage, plugging in like she was defusing a bomb. The hum of her charger became my nightly alarm. That was when I realized this wasn't confusion. It was entitlement. I'm not the kind of guy who starts fights, but I believe in facts. So I turned my garage into a crime scene, quietly, legally. I installed a motion-activated camera over the outlet, time-stamped every clip, and downloaded my utility reports. The data was brutal, power spikes every night between 1 and 4 a.m. When I showed the footage to Bob, he nearly spit out his coffee. "She's stealing your electricity, plain and simple," he said. "You could press charges." I thought about it. But small-town police don't move fast on HOA drama. I wanted something cleaner, undeniable proof she couldn't weasel out of. I even left her one last note. "This outlet is private property. Continued use will be considered theft." She crumpled it, tossed it in my flower bed, and walked away. Then came the insult. A new HOA notice appeared on my door the next week, signed by her, claiming my visible power cords created an unsightly hazard and violated aesthetic standards. I laughed out loud. She was using my power illegally and fining me for it. That was the moment the line was crossed. She wanted to play HOA games. Fine. I play harder, with documentation, legality, and a little engineering creativity. I didn't want revenge. I wanted justice, and a lesson she wouldn't forget. I called my friend Marcus, a licensed electrician who owed me a favor. I explained the situation and asked, "What's the most lawful, undeniable way to stop someone from stealing electricity?" Marcus chuckled. "Install a load limiter. It detects overuse and automatically cuts the circuit." Harmless, legal, and guaranteed to ruin her night. So that's what we did. We fitted my garage outlet with a heavy-duty smart meter, a breaker-controlled limiter, and a visible display showing live kilowatt usage and cost. Anyone plugging in would see exactly how much they were stealing, until the limiter cut power mid-charge. We even installed a lockable weatherproof box with a sign that read, "Private outlet, unauthorized use prohibited, load monitoring active." It looked official. It was official. And I knew Karen's pride would never let her ask permission. The trap was set. All I had to do was wait for nightfall, and the sound of her precious Tesla plugging into justice. At 1:47 a.m., my phone buzzed. The motion alert lit up, movement detected at the garage. I opened the live feed, and there she was crouched under my motion light, plugging in a Tesla cable like a thief in heels. The moment the connection clicked, the digital display on the wall came alive, numbers spinning like a slot machine, 0.56 kilowatt hours, 14 cents, $0.31. Then, right on cue, the load limiter triggered. The outlet beeped twice, the breaker flipped, and her car's charging light turned red. Her reaction was priceless. She yanked the cable out, smacked the screen, and stared in disbelief. Then, instead of walking away, she tried again, 3 more times. Each attempt triggered the same cutoff, each louder and more humiliating. Finally, she stormed off, muttering something about electrical sabotage. I sat there watching the footage, half laughing, half shaking my head. The system worked perfectly. But the next morning, things took a shocking turn. Karen stood outside her house yelling on the phone, her Tesla dead silent in the driveway. "It won't start," she snapped. "It's showing battery failure codes." And that was the exact moment I knew my quiet little defense had created a much bigger storm. By noon, rumors spread faster than Wi-Fi. Karen's Tesla had been towed away, and she was telling anyone who'd listen that my outlet had fried her $20,000 battery. She posted in the community group, all caps blazing, "Neighbor sabotages electric vehicle, HOA will take action." I didn't even need to respond. The footage spoke for itself. I uploaded timestamped clips to the HOA's shared drive, along with my electrician's installation report and the device's event logs. Everything showed clear, automatic shutdowns. No surge, no tampering, no malice. Just physics and boundaries. At the emergency HOA meeting, Karen stormed in waving her arms. "He rigged his outlet to destroy my car," she shouted. Bob calmly pulled up the footage. The room went silent as everyone watched her sneak across my driveway again and again, ignoring the warning signs. When it ended, the HOA president, not Karen, cleared his throat. "Mrs. Sinclair," he said dryly, "you've been repeatedly using another homeowner's property without consent. This board will not be defending you." Her face drained of color. She left the room without another word. That night, for the first time in months, my street was quiet. No cables, no confrontation, no stolen electricity humming through the dark. Karen never apologized. But a week later, she resigned from the HOA for personal reasons. Her Tesla was gone too. Rumor was the repair bill cost more than her pride could afford. The new HOA president, thankfully, was more interested in community than control. As for me, I left the limiter and digital display on the wall, partly as a deterrent, partly as art. It glows faintly at night, a quiet reminder of the line between fairness and arrogance. Neighbors stop by sometimes, asking to see the famous Tesla trap. I just laugh and tell them it wasn't revenge, it was education through voltage.